Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars, week 56, day 5. It is a purple day, and today we're probably going to be up against a lot of goblins because for whatever reason it's actually pretty popular on purple day. Main reason being that it's a good chance that it feeds into Fizzbang, and Fizzbang is the most important thing to get this team going. So that's what most people would really want to try to aim for, and on purple day it just happens to work out the best. But anyways, we're still using the pretty similar team we've been using for a while. It hasn't needed adjustment just because, well, it pretty much covers anything we ever needed to do. Let's get the Hellcat off, get into Elemaugrim, infinitely loop Elemaugrim, and win off of that plus Infernus. And we have Wolf for the supporting Storm to give us all the mana we need. And that's pretty much the game plan with the team. Works out about the same every single time. Only real big issue with it is freeze, but hopefully we won't see too many freezes because most people will probably be using goblins. So of course goblins can also still be annoying because goblins. But let's get that on green. That ideally would have been enough mana. We'll take a gigantic amount right there. Get a little bit of everything. That should be enough to get it going, but we don't really have that good of a board, so we'll just start working towards Infernus to try clearing out some of the board. I don't think we have anything else to clear out, so let's go for Elemaugrim. Nice hits. Hellcat does not have anything, though. I don't think it does, other than purple, which we don't want to do, obviously. So move that. Move the other one. Let's actually grab red first, so we don't have to waste all the purples on the board. Get rid of every possible red that we can without getting rid of any purple. No! Needed those purples. Yeah, we'll throw another one of these. Hopefully it lands. It does not land. But we can throw in Infernus and nearly wipe him at this point, so it should be fine. We can go for another Hellcat here, too. I guess we do that, because that will give us Elemaugrim again. I'll throw that for some loop. We do get one less spawn. Oh, no, he doesn't have full mana. Yeah, we do. He does get one less spawn now that there's one less burn, but it doesn't really make much of a difference. And it was clean with Infernus, and that's that. We could also clean with Wolf, of course, too. Oh, no! No wonder why it's not showing on the thing. Whoops, there we go. Why does YouTube keep doing that? Well, apparently it was unlisted for the first, well, while it was down as well as the first 2 minutes. Fail. Should be public now. That's why it's just you and me, William. It's just us, or at least until we fix it. Okay, let me refresh this real quick just to make sure it's fixed now. But I don't know why YouTube keeps doing that randomly. It either makes the stream unlisted or private for literally no reason. I never change the option ever, yet YouTube likes to occasionally change it on me. Yeah, that should be fixed now, any moment now. We'll find out when someone else other than you says something in chat. It should be fixed. I don't know why it hasn't updated yet. Let me see. Should be now. There we go. Yeah, that's really strange. I don't know why YouTube keeps doing that. It's very annoying. Because it's somewhat hidden where you need to go to check that every single time. We'll go and throw that down. Same as monetization too. It's really hard to actually tell if it's demonetized. Luckily it's not. But it's somewhat hidden. And that sometimes goes on and off too for no reason whatsoever. Not even that they like demonetize the video, just that just the actual monetization option just sometimes disappears for no reason. Or not even disappears, it just switches from on to off without actually changing it from on to off. So we'll do a few things. We'll throw this on green, maybe? It seems like green would be the option, though we don't have it, so we'll just take a turn there. Still don't have it. Purple, brown, nothing looks good. Well, obviously we wouldn't use it on purple. But I guess we'll just take a red for now, let him have a skull. Actually, I don't know. Do we let him have a skull? Probably shouldn't. Almost feel like just using this on yellow just to get our mana going. Or even on anything just to get our mana going. Yellow would give us the most, but we do get hit by a skull. It would distract him for a turn, though. I guess that's fine. We're going to waste a little bit of mana here. As long as that thing gets full without actually dying, we'll be fine. Oh yeah, duh, he has 0 attack. We don't need to worry about his attack. We reduced it down with Elemaugrim all the way. Only big issue with what we just did, though, is now he's blocking my, purple. Well, we'll get another Hellcat. Hopefully it'll align and we'll be good to go. And that's exactly so. Get that. And then we keep spamming this until we win. Pretty much. I'll grab those reds first. Clear the board. I almost feel like throwing Infernus there, but we'll just go Elemaugrim into Infernus, and that should be wipe. Of course it misses. No, don't kill it! What are you doing? And then it goes. Oh, do I still have that in the About section? I'll need to adjust that. I feel like no one ever touches their About section. Yeah, that About section probably hasn't been updated for half a year. It has not been updated for a while. That's for sure. Actually, that'd have to be a little over a year if it still says Stardew Valley. Okay, we'll go through brown down there. Get our Elemaugrim going. Throw another green. Stardew Valley is one of those good games to throw down like every single year. But maybe we'll go play it again soon. Because it has been a while. Alright, we'll throw Elemaugrim down. Get an Infernus on it. Should probably Hellcat first though. Yeah, we'll just go Elemaugrim then Infernus. So we actually get better kills. So we'll do this. Get our free turn and super overkill. Actually, we'll just do it with purple. Get all of our mana back immediately. What hero weapon should you use in Arena if you don't have Dawnbringer? Runic Blade. Runic Blade is the best weapon in Arena. If you don't have Dawnbringer, then it's Dawnbringer for everything. Once you have Dawnbringer. Hello, Decrat. Actually, I didn't even say hello to everyone. Hello, Bakchan. Hello, William. Hello, JZG. Hello, Mr. Jesse. And hello, Decurl. Welcome, everyone. And welcome, everyone else. And yeah, happy holidays. Only 3 more days until Christmas. Well, technically 2. Well, I guess it depends how you look at it. But, yeah, it's right around the corner. Almost there. Let's see. Oddly enough, I'm pretty sure I've already gotten most of the people who are already getting me something for Christmas have already gotten me their gift. So on Christmas, it's gonna feel weird. Oh no! What are you doing with a 40% devour? It's gonna feel weird. Wow, I actually have to take this gold. We might actually just lost that, but yeah, it's gonna feel weird because most of the Christmas stuff I've kind of already gotten already. Because of some people celebrating it early, or, you know, just gifts and stuff through mail and other means. He better not double devour us. Please hit Elemaugrim. He's the only thing that has immune, and I feel like you have a 100% devour rate right now. Okay, he did hit Elemaugrim, but he did not trigger devour, though even if he did, it has immune, so it wouldn't have mattered. But, wow, that's still annoying. We're in one-shot skull range. We still have the core of the team, though, but we haven't hit a single extra turn, so that's concerning. We need an extra turn before we can even start throwing Elemaugrim. That better not be enough to kill. How much attack do you have? 48. That's awful. I think he kills whatever he touches. That's 90 damage. Okay, it doesn't kill anything, but that is a lot of damage. Okay, good. He didn't hit anything. Well, that is still important, but that could have been worse. I'm tempted to take this purple-yellow. There's a chance he might get a skull out of this, but it gives us more mana. No! Okay, at least we got an extra turn out of it. We got this. I just need this not to miss. Okay, now I just need this not to miss a billion times in a row. What do we do here? We'll take that over. Elemaugrim again. Nice. Still not full mana, though. Do it again. Please don't miss. Nice. Do it again. Please don't miss. Nice. Elemaugrim, 1-turn win. Like always. That's why you run Elemaugrim on Purple Day with Infernus and ideally Umberwolf. It's really good at making a comeback, assuming you're not frozen. Even if frozen, it still operates. It's just obviously any loop team is worse when frozen. Do we move this down? I feel like I give him a 5x blue. He does use Silent Sentinel, and our first lock can be silenced. Wait, it's only when we do skull damage to you, right? Wait, what happens here, though, if we take that? So he gets a... Yeah, he does get a 4 times blue, unless we get a blue off the sky. Alternatively, I guess we could take a red-blue. That doesn't help much. We could take this purple. How's there no extra turn in all this mess? Let's see. I don't know what I want out of that. Oh, never mind. That gives him a 4 times brown, too. I probably shouldn't give that to him, then. It's a lot of mana that we need, but it also gives him a lot of stuff. Problem is, a lot of these takes we don't actually specifically need for anything. We might just play it safe and take, like, a red over to the side. Oh, well, come on! That's not even safe! Might as well just run for the mana, then. Let's see. We'll take our, still don't even have a drop for that, even. Skulls let him have again, which is concerning, because he's starting to rack up too much damage there. What do we need? What do we need? I almost feel like we have to silence ourselves. We don't even have a burn on him yet, though. We do need that Hellcat cast. So we'll let him have another skull for now. It's in kill range, but not much we can do about that. Start working it up again. Take a purple to yellow. That will be full mana. And as long as we have alignment and he doesn't kill it next turn, we're fine. Okay, and we have both those things. So we'll do that on brown. How's that not full mana? Well, we burned them. Only have 3 burns because the other guy is immune, which is annoying. But as long as we don't skull him here or skull him off his ability, we should be okay. Actually, even if that dies now, it won't be the end of everything. Because we can just go and, this Elemaugrim loop. I am very tempted just to skull him here, so he doesn't. There's a very small amount of purple on the board, and we only have 11 spawn at the moment. We're basically doubling the amount of purple that are currently on the board. Which I guess is okay to do. Yeah, we're going for it. Ah, no extra turn. Oh, yes, finally, yes, right at the end there. Some luck to go with all of our bad luck. And that gets silenced, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Let's take that, grab another Elemaugrim. Grab another Elemaugrim. Grab another Elemaugrim. And kill it with Elemaugrim. There we go. That could have gone a lot smoother. But it didn't lose. And that's what matters. Yeah, that's actually really low for this team. This is actually a pretty consistent 9,500 team. But, oh well, we'll take it. At least we didn't lose a single time. That definitely could have gone a little bit better. We're still ahead right now. We have same amount of battles and we're ahead about 15, actually more like 17,000 or so. So, yeah, we're doing okay. Just we're missing an entire person, so we're still... Actually, we're missing 2 people, so we're still all the way at the bottom here. We do need to make at least 37 in order to not move down. Though as long as we don't make dead last, we're only moved down to bracket 5, which is perfectly fine. Our reward in bracket 5 is the exact same as it would be in bracket 4. So, even though we would be a bracket down, it doesn't really matter too much, kind of. But, yeah, hopefully that won't happen. We'll find out later, once all the battles come in after tomorrow. Anyways, that's that. Let's go take our tribute. Let's actually go do some dailies for once. For one, actually, we have to go open a gem key, so you know what that means. Redeem code time. Because, yeah, we need to go open a gem key, so might as well do it that way. Why not? So, one moment. Let's go get a redeem code out. Yeah, Guild Wars seems to only take 13 minutes each day, approximately. It's been ending at about that time every single day. Like the 13 to 15 minute mark. That's a lot quicker than it used to be. I remember when it used to take almost an hour. But the meta has shifted very, very far. Also, I believe that was before 4 times speed as well, which is another factor, of course. Anyways, let me get out the code. Copy, copy, paste, paste. And there you guys go. There is the redeem code. You use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Same place as always. Just simply click on that link and it'll bring you right over there. And invite code can be found underneath your settings menu. Redeem code, of course, is right over in chat and as well as right there. Just copy paste it, and it gives the same reward as always. 2,500 gold, 2 treasure maps, and 1 gem key. And of course, with that 1 gem key, might as well get the task done. Let's see, what do we get? Nothing! Well, we got Sliff, but you know, basically nothing! And let's go do these 2. I don't think we do Leonis Empire 1. Well, then again, for 2 glory keys for that, how little time it's going to take, I guess we could do it. So... does Leonis Empire have 3 humans? I believe it does. I feel like it does, but also feel like it doesn't. But let's go do, I guess, a pure human blue team. And then switch over to something Leonis Empire related. Oh, wait, never mind. We don't even need it to be pure. We just need 3. And then 1 other troop to hold down the team. Okay. We could work with that. Let's see. Let's go to... where is it? Zolkari. Not Zolkari. Divinian Fields. Challenges. First challenge. Do we have a scrap team anywheres? Should. Random greens? What are you? Yeah, we don't need you. Okay, rename to daily. Confirm. Get rid of all this. The daily that we only do like weekly, pretty much. Okay, we'll go and get in all the things then. We just need 3 blue humans and a support troop. So let's see. Let's do human and Link. Actually, blue, human. Where are humans? It's alphabetical order. Still can't find it. Link. Okay, so... hey, we can actually just feed right into a Tesla or something. I think that could one-shot that battle still. Well, actually, we could do it in anything. It doesn't have to be Tesla. So a blue, and a blue. And that's all the blues into a blue weapon of some sorts. And then we can just go some kind of blue weapon. And that blue weapon, I guess, will be... either Dawnbringer or Fire and Ice. I guess Fire and Ice would be slightly better in this context. We'll do that and give it a +2 red. Banner. Doesn't even matter if it has blue in it. We really do need a +2 red, +1 blue banner though. There we go. Alright, we'll roll with that. And that should do both of them. And then we just quickly get this up in 1 surge and go from there. Hello, Captain! Welcome. Yeah, Guild Wars is a really nice setup. I never realized how really amazing Guild Wars was until they started adding raids innovations. Really makes you appreciate Guild Wars way more. Oh, let me just double check that it's actually counting for both. It should be 6 and 1 now. Yep, it is. There we go. Nice. Let's keep going. Should kill it out pretty quickly. Should take under a minute or even half a minute per battle. All we need is a single surge and then we win after we cast. And then we get 16 gems. When is the next time we'll need to spend gems? Probably next Friday for new faction is coming out. It's an okay faction. I think the weapon and the legendary are 2 most noteworthy things of it. I forget what banner it had. I think the banner was pretty irrelevant. I think it was basically just like a rehash of the Pan's Veil banner. This is a +2/+1 version. Actually, I believe it's already... there's already a +2/+1, I believe, of the banner. It's just inverse. I believe it's double yellow with a green instead of double green with a yellow or something. It's the inverse of whatever the one that already exists is. Should be getting 6 gems any battle now. I think we only needed 7 wins. Come on, we need 2 colors to win, and they're nowhere to be found. Either or would pretty much instantly win us the battle. Also, why did I have to... why did I just grab the mana? I was hoping it would not explode in that area. Well, now we gotta wait until we get the mana. There we go. Yeah, +2 green, +1 yellow, that's it. Yep, and there's our 6 gems. That means we have 8 battles to go. So we get 10 gems. Yeah, the Warrens is the next one. The one with all those bunny creature things. The Lapinas. Hey, we got a Celestial. I don't need a Celestial. It's kind of funny that we have to get a Celestial from this too, because it has a lower rate than Explore. Or I shouldn't say that this has a lower rate, it's just that Explore has a higher rate than anywhere else. Everywhere has a lower rate compared to Explore. They did mention sometime next year they are going to have some kind of trait stone sync, which is nice though. Okay, she only need like 3 more battles. Of course, it wouldn't surge. I probably should be doing these more often. I generally don't, just because it's normally not worth the time. It has to be at least 1 gem per minute for it to be worth it. And there we go. Yeah, we made like 16 gems in like 6 minutes, so I'll take it. And this other one, I don't know. I think we just repick it. It's barely anything. It's just 2 glory keys. Rather it be gems. So we'll play the waiting game on it. But anyways, let's go do dungeons. We still can't do our delves. And other than that, we mainly just need to go grind some PvP to go get some more gold. Just to have higher reserves for when next faction comes out next Friday. So we can go throw it out without denting it too much. Because we're going to go down to 20 million after that between... Monday guild contributions and then Friday's new faction. It's gonna eat through all of our gold. Anyways, what am I wanting to look for here? I'm looking for key team. Back to keys. We're not currently using thief because we needed it for the... Actually, you know what? Oh, we needed it for defend. That's why we still have it set. I was gonna say, why do we still have Titan set? Or was it because of timer? If it was because of timer, I probably should have switched it back then. Because we could have ran Thief for tomorrow then, so I could have grinded it some. That's not too big a deal. I'm not in like an over excessive rush to get to get Thief max. Well, I do want to get it max. I don't want to go too far out of our way just to get it max. Or let's say this, I don't want to have to waste 50 gems to get it max. Yeah, I think my base trait stones for the miners are somewhere around 10,000. I don't even know what it is these days. It's some kind of really high number. Of course, there's people that probably almost have it to 100,000 though. Like Tech9 and a few others who are like ridiculously high level. Like 1,500 plus levels. It's kind of hard to really gauge level difference in the end game, just because it keeps going slower and slower the higher you go. But there's a ridiculously huge difference between something like 1,300 and 1,500. It's a bigger difference than a level 10 to a level 1,000. Even just the 125 or 124 we still have to go is probably a bigger gap than 0 to 1,000. Anyways, let's go and what was the other thing I wanted to go check real quick? Oh yeah, how many minor trait stones do we have is what I wanted to go check. Oh yeah, there they are. Yeah, we have base 10,000. Our lowest one is green, which is at 10,226. And the highest one is yellow at 12,715. The main reason yellow is so high is back in the day, the kingdom that you fought in was based on a person's home kingdom. Like the trait stone that you got. Now it's completely random which trait stone you get, based on, well, if you still do challenges and quests and stuff, the trait stones, or explore, the trade stone is based on the kingdom, and that's how it used to be always. But PvP, it used to be based on as well whatever kingdom you were facing in. You would get the trade stone of it. So let's say it was Broken Spire, you would get a brown or a blue, or the arcanes, or anything that would normally drop in Broken Spire. But they ended up changing that to how it is now, where you get a random trade stone for every PvP battle, regardless of where the battle is taking place. And the reason why I have so many yellow is, of course, everyone sets their home kingdom to White Helm, because White Helm, for the whole history of this game, since tributes have been released, has been the best tribute kingdom. So everyone ends up or most everyone ends up setting their home kingdom as White Helm. So that's why I have so many more yellows than any other miner. Oh wait, never mind. We don't have base 10,000. Our browns only at 9,000. Yeah, that's our miner, right? Oh no, never mind. Yeah, our browns are only at 9,956. Oh no, now I need to go farm miner browns. That's so weird. Yeah, we're actually not at base 10,000 for miners. Though what's kind of funny is we almost have as many majors as we do miners. Just because of how useless they are as far as how few things to get used for. Let's see, what else? What else? What's our lowest arcane these days? I was trying to slowly work towards 250 base. I think we're almost there. We just need green, yellow, brown, green, brown, red. And that's it. We only have 3 trait stones below 250. And how many celestials we at? Probably almost 1,000 these days. Yeah, 690. 69. That one just need another 310 of those. But in time. We'll have a sync way before we probably reach that, though. Anyways, let's mess around in PvP. Start gaining that gold again. Thank you, Goober. Much appreciated. Yeah, hope all of you have been enjoying the holidays. It doesn't feel like it as much this year to me, though. But it's still been fun. Yeah, yeah, I know, right, Humberto? I can't help what they call it. Good evening, Def Shade. Welcome, and as well as Kavera. Let's avoid eyes at all risk. I mean, that's not that's not English, but let's avoid eyes at all costs, just to make sure don't have to deal with that. They're so annoying. Beatable, but still annoying. Annoying enough that they should be avoided, because they normally just end up being a waste of time. Even if you can't easily defeat them, they just take too long to defeat relative to other options. Oh yeah, that barrier is the other thing. Oops. Should have, actually, well, you're not using Thief, so we couldn't have gotten rid of this barrier. I guess we didn't really have a choice there. I don't know why Crown's been starting to get used all of a sudden, but it really loves to tank against Key Team, just because of how it distributes damage, or how Key Team distributes damage compared to it. Especially since eggs do almost no skull damage. Hey, we should only need one more on it. There we go, perfect. Hey, what's the leaderboard looking like? Should be about 25,000. I don't think it would be higher. Actually, you know what? It might be higher this week, because there's no event. So that means people would have more time to do PvP. Okay, so it is. So it's more like 30,000 this week. Also, I guess a lot of people are off too because of the holidays. So there might be more people with more time. So of course that also has the inverse effect of people having even less time than normal. And that's kind of my case right now. Because I still have some things I need to get done before the holidays. What do we even take here? I guess we'll grab a purple, why not? Move that over. Go core Vachus. I need the last little bit of mana for that. Let's take it down there. Skull. There we go. A little bit of everything. This keeps giving us extra turns. It's perfectly fine. Grab gold just to make sure we have enough damage. Probably was enough otherwise, but oh well. Oh, Scorpius is actually a slight threat. Yeah, there goes that. Luckily, Titan has immune. Actually, that would have been one instance where using Thief would have been awful. He actually would have killed Thief there if we were using it, because Thief does not have immune to poison, but Titan does. I guess we'll fight it. It's the Leprechaun version of Key Team. I still feel like this version is better than it, but you do get 2 times Trade Stone for using that version of it this week. At least for another day anyways. For the rest of today and all of tomorrow, you still get a extra Trade Stone for using that version of the team. I don't care for it as much. There's a lot of stuff you can use Leprechaun for, though. Oh, he moved it so I can't get mana. Greed's blocking over stuff. Probably just gonna let it die out. Or we could use it for an HP tank, I guess. If we'll ever stop summoning rogues. And now we have to deal with an egg army. I should have taken that skull. And it's still not over. At least we get a bunch of EXP for each of these kills, if nothing else. Yeah, Leprechauns are a really good troop. It's just not specifically good for Key Team. It's really good in Bronze Lock teams. Bronze Lock Pistol is probably the strongest thing to use it with. Any team centered around a non-gold related team centered around Bronze Lock Pistol plus Leprechaun is probably the best things you could use them for. Oops, I forgot to use the gold. Let me make sure that's the first thing we do every time, assuming it's not frozen. Key point on it not being frozen, because we have used it when it was frozen before, which was a fail. But yeah, if anyone has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, just let me know. Also, if you didn't get it earlier, there's the redeem code and location where you use it, same as always. Make sure to go use that. Should still be active. Oh, did I forget? Yeah, I did. Forgot to use the greed again. So I did use it the first time, I just forgot to use it again to actually have enough damage. Does true damage teams tower or lower your score in Guild Wars? Yes and no. No if you win quick enough. Yes if you don't. It technically doesn't lower your score at all. But one of the things that gets scored in Guild Wars is how much more damage you do compared to the enemy. And killing something out with true damage is theoretically cutting the amount of damage you're doing in half. Because, let's say they have 50 HP and 50 armor. If you kill it with true damage, you only did 50 damage instead of 100. So if the enemy's doing a lot of damage to you, and you're doing the same amount in true damage back, your score is actually going to be lower. But if you kill them quickly with a lot of true damage, but they're barely hitting you at all, you're going to score even higher using true damage. But the biggest issue that true damage normally has is you're doing less damage, but still killing them, but they're doing more damage and not killing you, which ends up lowering your score. That's the main reason why true damage is kind of iffy in Guild Wars. It still works. There's a lot of teams that can be ran that do true damage correctly and would still win, of course. It's just how it gets scored is a little bit weird. And more often than not, it would reduce your score. Doesn't mean it always will, but there's a higher chance that it could. I still run it on occasion, but it's very rare. Oh, so didn't we just get a pet? I don't think we have that maxed yet. No, we did not. Let's go get more copies of it. Do you use Dragon or Talon banner with the Red Guild War Invade team? What do I use for it? I'm pretty sure I used the Divinia version of it, so I probably use, trying to think of which one I actually use on it. Pretty sure I use Talon banner. I forget what my support troop is on that, and that would kind of determine which one I actually use as far as the -1 is concerned. But either would probably work. Just depends what your other troops are. As long as you have a +2/+1 into your Divinia, that's the main thing that matters. Ideally, the +2 being the yellow. Though if you do the +2 with the red, you're playing more towards Yagwe's constant mana accumulation. But if you're playing with the +2 yellow, you're playing more towards spamming Divinia a billion times. He would silence the one I need. I'm actually going to explode this because that's enough ground to get full mana. Yeah, pretty much. Generally, banner choice, you can almost go, well, maybe not any banner, but banner choice for any team can vary quite a lot depending on which troop you specifically want to focus. And most teams are like that. Like right now our banner's set to, well, actually this one's a little bit more straightforward because there's not really that many options you could go for. The current one that we're using is basically one of the only options, just because it works so perfectly for it. But our banner is currently set to get the egg feeds first, just so that we can get it as quickly as possible to go and mana generate for everything. There isn't much of a point in going anything else first because Sparkles does nothing, or Cedric does nothing. This already starts with full mana and doesn't need to keep gaining full mana. It can easily get it off of just Destroy. And there's really no point in specifically going for the key, simply because we're just going to be able to accumulate it off of our designated mana generator at a quicker rate. We still have a +1 brown into it, so worst comes to worst, we can if we needed to. But there'd be no point in setting it to +2. It would give pretty much no benefit, since you can already just pick one and get to max. Hello, the G-Man. Welcome. I remember when Blade Dancer was the most overpowered troop in the game. It actually was at one point the most overpowered troop in the game at the exact same everything that it has now. It was before traits existed though. But this exact move right here was at one point the strongest move in the entire game. It was pretty funny. This was mainly back when, actually I don't think it used to have boost ratio, because boost ratio things didn't used to even exist. But basically just the fact that he, well, actually I guess it indirectly did have a boost ratio, because it was still always boosted based on armor. But that aspect is what kind of made it good back then, because armor tier didn't exist yet. So it was basically a version of armor tier, back when armor tier didn't exist. And stats were way, way lower back then. It was particularly good against things like mechs and stuff too, since they had really high armor. And skeletons. Really high armor, low HP. It's really hard to really even tell what those troops are. like troops that have ridiculously high HP or really ridiculously high attack or armor or anything like that. Because there's so many base stats in the game now that almost every single troop looks the same, just with slight variance as far as their stat lines are concerned. Just because the amount of variation that they have from leveling keeps getting less and less relevant as more and more stats come into the game. Oh, speaking about more stats coming into the game, we actually get +1 HP this Friday. The new faction's going to be bringing that in for anyone who has really high faction renown. Meaning Delves will now give us a total of 2 HP and 1 armor. It's still not a lot, but it's more than not having those stats. G-Man, nice. Yeah, we were. We did a little bit bad today, though. We only scored about 9,300 instead of 9,500 or so. Purple Day is probably the easiest day to actually score over 9,500 on. It was a little bit unfortunate that we didn't get it today, but oh well. At least we didn't lose any of them. Which we actually came a little bit close on one of them because it killed our front line too quickly. Or mainly because it devoured on like the first or second turn. With its first troop, so it kept hitting us with gigantic skulls. That's what almost killed us. And probably what cost us most of our score. Okay, I'm gonna have to throw this down. It's not gonna kill, but I need to do it to set it up. Oh, so how's that not full mana? There we go. Luckily we cascaded it. Oh yeah, and if you have Infernus, purple's pretty much the cakewalk. Infernus plus Elemaugrim is such an easy auto-win Purple Day. But you can do it with just Infernus as well. Azura plus Infernus is actually a pretty nice combo. Oh, what am I doing that for? We're already at max gold. Guess we're giving him more HP to make sure he doesn't die to that. And there we go. Hopefully this is more than 1 copy. Oops, that's not where we go. That's also not where we go. There we go. 2 copies. Better than 1. So we'll take it. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, throw that down, take a red to greens. That's weird. I don't know why, but Dragon Soul's been used a lot less recently. As far as defend teams are concerned. I assume people aren't really invading much with it either. I guess it's just because dragons have become less relevant than normal as of recently. Especially after they keep adding kind of pitiful dragons like the most recent one they added this week. That's never going to be used for anything. Dragons are still a really good type. It's just not adding anything new to really work with them. And they do have a lot of really hard counters like Submerge, Barrier, and stuff like that. Even Impervious, because there are quite a few dragons that are really dependent on having various stats effects, like Elemaugrim. And quite a few dragons apply stats effects like Glitterclaw with Fairy Fire and Borealis with Freeze and stuff like that. Vinoxia for Poison, there's a bunch of them that do various ones. Chakra with Burn. Yep, there's the standard Fairy Fire team. Too bad Flame of Fire isn't obtainable to most people, as it's a pretty crucial element of the team. It still works without it. Like, you could just put Mountain Crusher or something there, but it's not exactly the same. Very similar, but not the same. It is technically tankier with Mountain Crusher, though. Or assuming you're using Titan, of course. But there's a little bit of a mix-up to that team. Oh, no, it's not. It's still using the weapon. Never mind. I thought they were mixing it up because they didn't have the weapon. Nope, they're just mixing it up for the sake of mixing it up. Monkey Disciple isn't too bad, though. I don't personally use him too much. There's actually a mythic coming up in the near future. I believe 2 mythics from now that's going to be utilizing him. But yeah, Monkey Disciple's not horrible. It's actually one of the better healers in the game. It's just Divinia's so good that you generally always use Divinia once you have Divinia. Nope. Nope. Oh yeah, Rope Dart. Isn't that one of the other exclusives, though? It was a good weapon, though. And one of the more recent ones. But that's still one that you can't obtain normally. If you don't have Rope Dart now, you're never going to have Rope Dart in the current state of the game. At least until they modify it. Yeah, Rope Dart's a weapon that still looks really interesting. I haven't been using it much. Like, barely any at all. But, I don't know, it has a lot of potential into the future. It does a lot of things correctly. Wish they would make more weapons like that. Things that are really niche that you would bring out on, like, very rare occasions, but actually still be good and not completely useless. Because they sometimes try making niche content, but it becomes so niche that it's basically never usable. But something like that actually is usable. It's not often you would bring it out, but it's at least usable as an option. Stuff like that's always nice. Like, nothing that's overpowered or anything, just nice and balanced, but you only use it in certain situations. Because most of what actually gets used heavily just tends to be stuff that's, like, way, way above the average curve of good. Like being able to generate 64 mana for only a 12 mana cost, while summoning as well on top of that. Or instantly double killing with extra turn and stuff like that. I say that and we don't have enough damage. Because we need more gold. Okay, what do we need here? We need more gold, but none of it actually gives us more gold. I guess we'll waste the key. I don't want to, but we'll throw that down. Because we have no other moves. So far, so bad. Can't really use greed now, too, because of the freeze. We're not frozen on blue, so we'll grab that. That's still an extra turn because we're not frozen on key, and then we'll go into the browns. Nah, we're gonna need the Egg Thief. We're not frozen on blue, so we can still go for that. For an Egg Thief, I lied. There we go. My precious gold. My precious. Also, I find it pretty ironic that a weapon that ends up getting +7 attack with no defensive extra stats or anything is the tankiest weapon in the game when used with Titan. It's a weapon that doesn't even, in theory, have anything that gives you higher durability. But just because of how Brown works on Titan, it's tanks forever. I know. Okay, good. If you would have got an extra turn in there, I don't think we would have had enough damage to kill the Sunbird when it revived. Hey, giant team. I probably shouldn't fight this, especially with Key, because there's almost no chance we're gonna one-shot with Key on this team. This has too high of a HP. It has the highest HP in the entire game, and it probably always will, just because of all the kingdom bonuses it has. The kingdom itself is even pure HP as well. It gives a total of 30, actually. If you have the penguin all the way max, it gives you 30 HP, which is obviously a lot of HP, and that's on top of all the other bonuses too. And we don't even have a pet for one of them. I believe there's currently no giant pet, which would actually be amazing given how good Titan is. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't even have a giant pet yet. We're missing one of them. I forget which one it was. I'm pretty sure it's giant. Because we have Elemental, we have Stormheim. The giant's the only one that it could be missing from there. But once they do, the HP is just going to be absurd. Like, the entire team's going to be above 100. Especially since by the time it gets released, there's going to be way more HP stats. Like, even just this Friday, we're getting another one. Giant pet is the penguin? No, the penguin's Stormheim. It's not specifically for giants. The giant pet is that one thing that kind of looks like a giant, a frozen giant. They haven't added it yet. I know what the image is. I don't know when it's actually being released. But no, there's no giant pet, I don't believe. We could check real quick. Where's my giant team? Defend... What day do I defend it with? I believe it's green, yeah. Let's see. But yeah, we're missing the giant pet. We have the Stormheim one, which is the penguin, and there's the plus 30 HP I was talking about. We have the elemental one, and we have the giant one. So we could theoretically have an additional 8 HP onto this team just from having a giant pet being added to the game. It would also give us, what would that be? That would also be an extra 4 attack. Of course, that's a little bit less irrelevant, but yeah, 8 HP is what we'd end up gaining once we finally get a giant pet. Assuming we get it maxed. Of course, it won't be maxed immediately. But as soon as we get it, it's instantly 5 HP to this team, so that's going to be nice. Because we can easily get it to 2.25 multiplier the second we obtain 1 copy of it. Oh, why did I do that? I actually just repicked into a more annoying team. I picked out of the easier team into the more annoying one. Fail. Oh well. At least this one has lower durability, so I think we can one-shot it now. No, I should have just taken him around. The struggle of not having Thief. We actually would have killed it if we did, because it would have brought it to kill range. It's one of the whole reasons for even using Thief with this team, is extra turns can bring things into kill range, which you can't really do with any other hero class. Actually, there is no other hero class that can do that. At least not to the back troop. To the first troop, you technically can with things like Titan and stuff because of explosions. But, yeah, really only Thief does it correctly, though, since it specifically hits it. But yeah, that'd be amazing once we finally get Giant Pet. I'm pretty sure they're hesitating on it, simply because Titan is already so insanely good. And obviously, if they added a Giant Pet, it would just make him even stronger. Oh, actually, let's not do that. Move that down. And now we do it. Wish I could destroy him before we do anything. That's not enough damage. There's only 3 skulls on the board. Really? You're going to make me waste my key on 4 HP? Apparently. Show Guild War score from group? Sure, we can show that real quick. I know what you mean by that, though. But this is what this was currently. We've lost every day, except for today, maybe. Hopefully we don't lose tomorrow, because that gives us a lot of EXP bonus. We do have a chance. If we're beating Intrum today, we have a decent chance to beat Ultimus tomorrow. Because Ultimus is actually lower than Intrum. Actually, Intrum's second place. I have no clue how we're actually beating them right now. But yeah, we just have to beat Ultimus. Which not only would make it so we stay in this bracket, but it would also allow us to get 100% EXP bonus for like the next month. So that'd be really nice. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it goes over well. We'll find out. And we end up scoring 9-3-5-9. And we have 2 people missing, which is why our score is so low. Also, 3 people missing? No wonder why we're so low. I need to go kick that. Why hasn't he done his battles? Well, we're kicking it. Wait, how recent is he? Wait, never mind. No, he's been in here for 23 days. Yeah, we need to kick that. Also, how come neither of these two did their things? Didn't even do their upgrades. Apparently, we might need to kick 2 people. How new is this guy? They're both around the same time. When did we add those? But we'll need to go and do that later. We still have another spot to fill. By the way, if anyone needs a guild, we still have 1 spot remaining, so I need to fill that before I bother even kicking anyone. But if any of you need a spot, 1 million gold, 1,500 seals. We get all the guild-related stuff done every single week. Still have space for you, so let me know. Live stream kick go. No, I can't, especially since they still need to give us Guild War battles. Unlike all the other events, you can't do Guild Wars midweek. If you come in midweek, you just can't do it. The slot's just dead. So we actually have 3 people missing this week then. Which is why we're so low on score. Yeah, does anyone else have any other questions or anything you want me to go over? Otherwise, we'll reach over 9,000 PvP points, and that'll be that. Oh no, a Lust team. These Lust teams have actually been doing pretty nice work recently. Only the summon versions, though. This one should be pretty easy, since it doesn't have a summon. But a Skeleton Key team actually appears to be really, really bad against a summoning version of a Lust team. Ones that run like something in first slot, Jar of Eyes, and then 2 Lust. That's actually really annoying for Key to deal with, due to how Key distributes damage. Actually going for that, because that wouldn't have been enough damage. So do that, throw Key down. Even still, it's being a little annoying. And all we need now is Brown. Just gotta go find one. I don't want to cast this because it's gonna block our Brown. Yeah, that can happen. That's also why you see some people doing like a ridiculous amount in raids and evasions too. Because they're in smaller guilds where they have to do that much just to so the entire guild gets it done. Normally, even through all of the switchover between the guild, we do end up having a... we can normally get it done with just tier 3s most of the time, or tier 4. I personally go up to tier 4 just because I like getting them to mythic immediately. But, I don't know, we haven't really had much of an issue yet. I think we've only ever had 2 weeks, like a while back, like not even recently, a long while back, where we did end up getting the orb. But, yeah, we've been pretty consistent at getting every single time. The last major orb, that is, for, you know, getting every single task completed, as far as the weekly things, like raids, evasions, Tower of Doom, all that. Tower of Doom actually seems to be really easy, though. Well, assuming your guild knows how to play it correctly. It's really easy. It feels like we get it done on, like, Wednesday, most of the time. Or at least, like, a good majority of the initial rewards anyways. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading off for now. Hope you all enjoy the holidays. Christmas is right around the corner. And, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We'll be going over the next week event stuff. Apparently, we're getting some kind of reindeer on Wednesday, too. I didn't even double check to see if it has any stats. I believe it's just cosmetic. I'm not sure. Sorry, what was your question? What was your question? I don't know what your question was. You didn't ask a question. You were just making a statement as a question. So I don't know what you were asking. Where's the weapon from? Which weapon are you referring to? The key? Which one? Oh, when did the weapon Guardian Crown come and out and how? It came out through Hall of Guardians, and it's going to be available whenever Hall of Guardians event occurs again, which is, I believe, in 2 weeks from now or next week. No, it's next week. Next Tuesday, you can actually get the Guardian Crown if you want. It costs around 400-something gems, but you can go and get it next Tuesday if you want, if you don't currently have it. That's where it comes in from. So in 2 days and 4 hours, you can go buy one with gems. I believe it's also in Soulforge during that time, I believe. So you can also do it that way if you don't want to do it with gems. Oh, key. You get key from Thief Hero class. You get the Thief from Zhejian Kingdom, complete out the quest line, set your hero as Thief, and after you set it to Thief, after 250 wins, you end up getting the key, as you can see right there. Skeleton key. It's a really easy to obtain. It only takes a few hours to do that whole process. Bracket 4, why everyone going down in Guild Wars? I still don't know what you mean by that question. Normally, it's just because people are missing people is the biggest reason for ever going down in Guild Wars. It really just depends on how many people you're missing is generally what ends up causing that. Really struggling with Dragon's Eye in Guild Wars. I was too, actually. Any counters? There are counters, but they might not necessarily exist on a given color day. One pretty nice counter is target-specific drains. If they do not have stealthy, target-specific drains onto Eye is a pretty nice method. If you need AoE options, Famine on brown, yellow, or green can do it, and Sloth can do it on purple, so that you'd always have a drain option even if they have stealthy. Of course, they could be using the immune to mana drain, in which case you could also stun it if you wanted to. Corvash ends up working for that pretty nicely. Other than that, Silence would be a pretty good mechanic for it, since it would not only stop the one that feeds it brown, you'd also be able to stop the weapon itself. So you could just go use Silence and keep spamming stuff like that, anything that has really good Silence spam. And other than that, that's about it. Mana Drain and Silence, I'd say, are the two biggest mechanics for dealing with it, because there's no immunity to Transform, and those are really the only ways you're going to be able to work around it for the most part. So just look at what you have for your color options on a given day, and if it becomes an issue, just try building your entire team around Mana Drain or Silence. Still make sure you have damage, of course, though, but have enough disable that you'll never really get hit by it. And you can run that in theory against most things, too. As long as you have enough durability, or even just put a barrier spam onto your team if you can, you could just run with constantly draining and silencing. If you can drain, silence, and entangle, the enemy can't ever do a single thing to you. And you can easily do that with Cockatrice plus like one other troop that actually has silence. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much how you deal with eyes. It's a little bit of a waste of time to do it that way, but it will consistently deal with it. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming by. And, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night. Just go over all the things for next week. Enjoy the holidays, and enjoy the weekend. Goodbye, everyone!